Mercedes just built an electric van with something close to 400 miles of range. But the question is America ready for something this cool?
This is the all-electric Mercedes-Benz VLE, filmed here in Bilbao, Spain. We have already seen it unveiled. Now comes the important part, driving it for the first time and finding out whether this is just a luxury van with a famous badge or something more interesting. Mercedes is calling this a grand limousine, which sounds dramatic until you remember it also has sliding doors, very elegant sliding doors, by the way, but still sliding doors.
The surprise is not that Mercedes-Benz built a van, it's that this van makes SUVs look slightly nerdy.
The VLE is built on a new electric van architecture designed around people moving first. It can seat 5 to 8 people, depending on layout, and the launch VLE 300 electric uses a 115 kilowatt-hour battery with about 272 horsepower. Later, Mercedes plan a more powerful VLE 400 4MATIC version with about 409 horsepower and all-wheel drive. But the power is not the headline. The headline is how quiet and comfortably it moves people.
Up front, it feels very much like a Mercedes, but behind me it starts to make the argument this is better than an Escalade.
That is the real story. In America, luxury transport usually means a black SUV, an exclusive sedan, or a stretch vehicle trying very hard not to look like a prom night mistake. In Asia, though luxury vans and MPVs have been serious status symbols for years, Japan, Korea, and China already understand the appeal. Easy access, privacy, space, quietness, and a cabin built for persons being driven, not just the person driving.
This is where the VLE makes sense. This isn't minivan punishment. This is first-class ground travel.
Think of who would actually use this. Executives are going from airports to downtown New York, entertainers headlining a red carpet in Los Angeles, hotel guests in Miami, athletes, families, film crews, luxury shuttle companies, or anyone who has ever climbed into the third row of a large SUV wearing nice clothes and questioning every decision that led to that moment. This may not be something everyone owns. It may be something many people ride in.
The van shape is the trick. It has sliding doors, a low step-in height, and real van space. Fashionable? No. Sensible, annoyingly.
Vans work because the shape is honest. Wide openings help children, older passengers, pets, luggage, and anyone who does not want to perform gymnastics just to sit down. That matters for families, dog owners, and ride services, and chauffeur companies. Mercedes also gives the VLE a premium interior treatment, available large rear entertainment screen, connected tech, flexible seating, and the kind of quiet cabin that turns travel time into usable time.
Cargo still matters. Now, luxury is lovely, but luggage still travels like an unpaid intern.
The rear practicality is more important than it sounds. Airport transfers need room for passengers and bags. Families need room for strollers, sports gears, dogs, and whatever mysterious collection of snacks appear after every road trip. Mercedes also offers convenient tailgate and sliding door features. Depending on equipment, including hands-free access, those details may not make the poster, but they make daily life less irritable, which is vastly underrated.
Bilbao is perfect for testing this vehicle. It has narrow streets and it exposes nonsense vehicles immediately. Large vehicles absolutely cannot hide in these streets, and if there was something wrong, I would know it immediately.
Rear axle steering is one of the key reasons the VLE does not feel as large as it looks. The rear wheels can turn up to 7 degrees, helping reduce the turning circle to under 36 feet. In plain English, this means this big van can turn more like a small car. That matters in hotel entrances, airport pickup lanes, city streets, parking garages, and places where the architecture clearly hates drivers.
The steering doesn't have to be sporty, it needs to be calm, accurate, kind of like docking a ferry.
That is the point of the driving experience. Nobody in the rear seats wants drama. A good luxury shuttle should feel smooth, predictable, quiet, and confident. Mercedes uses AIRMATIC air suspension with intelligent dampening, which allows the vehicle to adjust to speed, load, and road surface. The goal is simple: keep passengers comfortable, keep the driver from feeling like they are managing a small municipal building.
The ride is probably what I would consider the headliner here. If the passengers spill their coffee, I think the engineers have probably failed to do their job.
Electric power suits this kind of vehicle beautifully. There is no engine noise, no gear shifting, and no dramatic surge every time the driver pulls away from the light. The VLE feels better when it feels relaxed. Mercedes says the upcoming VLE 400 4MATIC can reach 60 miles an hour in roughly 6.5 seconds. But that's not really the point. Fast enough matters. Too fast would be deeply weird.
So I think range is the business case. A luxury shuttle that sits at a charger just becomes expensive street furniture.
Mercedes' European testing points to more than 400 miles on the Whelp cycle. But for the US audience, the clearer way to explaining it is projection range closer to 400 miles, pertaining final market certification. The 800-volt system can support fast DC charging up to 300 kilowatts, and under ideal conditions, Mercedes says the VLE can add more than 200 miles of range in about 15 minutes. For transport companies, that can turn a coffee stop into another airport run.
Now there is a catch. You need the right charger, and luxury still depends on infrastructure, which is quite dramatic.
That is the honest criticism. The VLE makes the most sense when charging is planned. Hotel depots, airport services, executive fleets, private homes, or companies that know exactly where the vehicle will go every day. Use it randomly with no charging plan, and you'll have turned German engineering into a scavenger hunt. Price is another question. European pricing suggests this will be a premium luxury shuttle, not a badged minivan. Shocking, I know.
It's not trying to replace every SUV, it's really trying to expose how unnecessarily some SUVs have become. You don't need to go off-road, you don't need to mount curbs or drive over logs, and that's exactly what this van's use case scenario is. This is for transporting people.
The VLE's real competition may not be another van. It may be the black Escalade, the executive sedan, the hotel Sprinter, and the luxury SUV that looks powerful but makes passengers climb over themselves in formal wear. Mercedes is making a simple argument. Comfort, access, silence, range, and space are the new status symbols. And after driving it in Bilbao, the idea feels less strange and more inevitable.
You know, the VLE may be more of a luxury ride than a luxury purchase, and that's probably the point. On the harbour in Bilbao, Spain, I'm Nick Miles, and I love my job.